Good morning, everybody. Good morning. That is the Gaither Vocal Band, and Hard Trials will soon be over on KWFC. Good morning. Dave Taylor with you live on our Friday live experience, Facebook and YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, be sure and like and share the experiences we talk about. I can't believe she's 20. I can't believe she is 20 years old this year. Things that turn 20 in 2026. I'll be back in about 2 minutes and 39 seconds to go down a pretty fun list of things that are 2 decades old in 2026. Go back to 2006 and let's review what came into this world about that time. Here's Weeks Revival on KWFC. We'll let you listen in here.
All my shame had me down with nothing left. But in my desperation, he heard a feeble prayer. The sound of freedom coming shook the darkness everywhere. And the light broke through and the blood washed over me. I shook off my shackles, sanctified and free. Singing glory, hallelujah, look what the Lord can do. With heaven starts coming down, chains start breaking.
Well, everybody all around had all but given up, 'cause I wasted every chance I had, never once did I look up. But Jesus in his mercy refused to let me drown. I thought I might outrun him, but he chased the sinner down.
And the light broke through and the blood washed over me. I shook off my shackles, sanctified and free. Singing glory, hallelujah, look what the Lord can do. When heaven starts coming down, chains start breaking.
Hold it, Tammy.
Shake off those shackles, step out them chains. Welcome to a brand new life where everything has changed. Let the believers who've gone from death to life get on your feet and clap your hands and help me testify. When the light broke through and the blood washed over me, I shook off my shackles, sanctified and free. Singing glory, hallelujah, look what the Lord can do. When heaven starts coming down, chains start breaking, chains start breaking, chains start breaking.
Good.
Break off the shackles, step out the chains, break off that guilt, shake off that shame, breaking loose.
That's good. Oh, isn't that fun? Breaking Loose. That is Weeks Revival on KWFC. I had a chance to visit with JJ Weeks. He was in the studio yesterday in town for a big concert with Cochran and Company and Hope Darst. They were here in Springfield last night in concert. JJ on the bus with Cochran and Company and Hope, and got a chance. He stopped by the studios to say hey, and it was a pleasure to meet him. Super nice guy, as you would imagine, and super good music for us there with a brand new song, Breaking Loose, Weeks Revival. Dave with you. Got a little bit of a voice and sleep deprived. I woke up this morning married to a grandma again for the 8th time. Yeah, can you believe that? Now that's crazy. That is crazy. Our family blew up. We went from 3 to 7 grandchildren last year, and then 2026 is off to a start with an 8th grandbaby. Welcome, Sophia Grace. So if I look a little sleep deprived, just because I am, and if I sound a little froggy, it's because I am. Now that's not related. Those two things are not related. By the way, like and share if you're watching in during the Friday live here on Facebook or YouTube. Share the experience because we have a little bit of fun. Speaking of 2026, looking back at the things that started in 2006, these things are 20 years old. I'm going to save two of the biggest for last, but for the gamers out there, Nintendo Wii dropped 20 years ago. If you're a Nintendo Wii fan, which I love the Wii. Remember you do the golf, and there are all kinds of athletic things that you could play with the Nintendo Wii with that wand. I mean, it was just pretty innovative. PlayStation 3 came out. in 2020, or I'm sorry, 2006. It's 20 years old. 20 years old today. Crazy, those things. Google Docs. Do you use Google Docs? You probably do. We share a lot of those. We communicate a lot with that here at KWFC and our sister station, The Wind. We use Google Docs as a living kind of a shared experience. 20 years old, Google Docs. That's crazy. Television. These shows are 20 years old. Hannah Montana. I think they're doing a reunion this year with Hannah Montana. 30 Rock and America's Got Talent. America's Got Talent is 20 years old this year. High School Musical. I know got a lot of fans of High School Musical. That show is 20, or series, whatever, is 20 years old. That's crazy. Just crazy. All right, movies. I'm going to go back. I'll do one more thing. We have not had Twitter always, or X now, X. So it was Twitter, started as Twitter 20 years ago. 2006 is when we started tweeting. We started having whole vernacular. Oh, are you going to tweet that? Never would have thought, would you? But now we just take that for granted. Now we don't know what to call it. X is the brand, but Twitter, man, it's probably the biggest thing. If you go back 20 years ago, probably the biggest thing, as it would turn out, had to be Twitter, right? Didn't that change the world? Didn't it change how we communicated and shared information? Really, news. That was the beginning of the demise of legacy media. Was Twitter? I believe. Somebody can correct me on that, or make a case. Anyway, Twitter's 20 years old, and these movies timestamp things for me in history. Things that you see these actors and actresses, and you think, well, they're just kind of immortalized at that age. Johnny Depp became Captain Jack Sparrow 20 years ago. That's when the Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest came out 20 years ago. We've been enjoying the Pirates of the Caribbean series. That just some fun movies for your pirate. Yeah, Captain Jack Sparrow. We've been watching him for 20 years with the Pirates of the Caribbean. Devil Wears Prada. When I slug lined the Facebook or Friday Live this morning, she is 20 years old. Well, Meryl Streep is a little bit older than that. The character Miranda Priestley is also older than that, but The Devil Wears Prada is 20 years. 20 years to bringing back the cast for a new reboot too. Devil Wears Prada 2 is coming out this year. 20 years after the first one. That's crazy to me. That is just crazy that movie's 20 years old. And then Night of the Museum. Come on now. You got to love Night of the Museum. Ben Stiller and the crew at the museum, Night of the Museum. Can you believe that's 20 years old? That movie's 20 years old. I feel older now, not just because I have 8 grandchildren now, but because of these movies being 20 years old. Blows me away. And then we all watched them on the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray came out 20 years ago. Remember when we just weren't satisfied with the DVD player? You had to have the Blu-ray experience. And I don't know that any of us had tech, a TV worth watching, but we need to have that Blu-ray now because we missed out. You didn't want to miss out on the Blu-ray, new technology. The Blu-ray disc came out 20 years ago today. You got something to add to the list? Please do it. Join us with the conversation. Some other things that maybe we did not mention here. Like and share the experience when you go to our Friday Live.
Severe weather alerts on KWFC are sponsored by
All righty then. Okay, you guys. 20. Can you believe all that stuff's 20 years old? That is just crazy. Add to the list, if you would, add to the list if I missed something that started in 2006. I like to kind of just have that bit of fun with these things, those little historical anecdotes. Fire up the new app. KWFC's got a brand new app with some new functions on it. Help us with our miles and memories trips or stories, rather. Could win you a trip to the National Quartet Convention just by sharing your story. You got a good road trip story? Probably next week. Maybe next week I'll share a story. One of my favorite road memories, because we do want your participation. Did you know Route 66 turns 100 years today? Or I'm sorry, this year. We have the celebration, the centennial celebration is happening in Springfield, Missouri. In 2 weeks, and we're going to be down there on C Street for the centennial celebration of Route 66. So that's why we have the miles and memories, sharing road trip stories with us on our app. Fire up the mobile mic or text us your story, and you could win a trip to the National Quartet Convention. Pretty cool, and I want you to win it. And anybody watching here can win it. You don't have to be living in our hometown where KWFC originates out of. I have talked enough. I'm going to stop while I still have some voice left. Finish out my show here this morning, but it's been a joy to join you on our Friday Live. Exciting things are coming. Exciting things are coming to the morning show in KWFC. You want to stick around. Things are going to get very, very exciting here in the next few weeks, and I cannot wait to tell you when we get there closer. So anyway, please share, and we'll see you next week. And add to the list of things that turn 20 this year.